Yo, what is up, everybody? This is Wilda's Games, and today we're going to do a full FNaF 1 playthrough. As you can see, my dog is out cold over there next to the Freddy plushie. Yeah, he's out, so we're going to have to not yell, obviously. Why would I want to yell? So we're going to go all the way up to the 6th night, and then I might give 2020 a few shots. 2020. But if I can't beat it in a few tries, I don't want to make this video too long. Any longer than it has to be. But if you don't know how to beat that, you can easily just watch Markiplier or any of the other high-level YouTubers that have beaten it. I haven't yet. I have on the mobile, but I haven't on the PC. So, anyways, without further ado, this is going to be a strategy guide on how to beat nights 1 through 6 effectively. And I'd say these would work around 90% of the time. Sometimes you get unlucky movesets and they just fly. I mean, night 1 will usually always work. Unless Foxy comes super aggro. Okay, for night 1, we just sit back. Get my McDonald's drink. Okay, so your threats on night 1 are Bonnie, Chica, and an occasional Foxy. The occasional Foxy is what can kill you. Bonnie will usually... Bonnie and Chica have an equal ability to kill you, but Foxy can kill you if he becomes too active on this night. But there is a way to block that, which is how I'm going to show you. If you check him a few times, he usually doesn't move, but he will if you don't check the cameras in further. So what we do is around 93%, it will become 1 AM without doing anything. And then we're going to check Foxy, put the camera down again. That's going to be the first Foxy check. So it should become 1.
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced, blah blah blah. Now that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about.
Probably 91, come on.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them?
Right.
No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years.
It's important to leave the camera on the characters that you don't want to move, because when you leave it on them, it works better than just swiping the camera to them. I don't know why, but it does. I mean, Foxy isn't a huge threat on this night if you check him. He is if you just ignore him and think he doesn't move, because that's a common newbie misconception about night 1, is that Foxy is not active. That's not true. He is active, but he won't move if you check him out. I just want to let this go. Oh, crap. Let this go to like 80.
Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any,
oh wow,
the
that's
fact that
sensitive.
these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with crossbeam, wire,
mainly recording this video to match up with the rest of the series, which every Saturday I'm going to upload a walkthrough. And it's going to start getting painful around 4. And then, yeah, that'll probably the most terrifying and the hardest will be 4. I'm just going to guess. Though 6 might be pretty difficult. I have gotten to night 6 on FNaF 6, but I haven't beaten it yet, so.
Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary.
Okay, so Bonnie sometimes moves at 2, or sometimes waits to 3. And if you're lucky, then Chica will move first, and this is good because Chica is less active on night 1, meaning it'll take Chica longer to get to your door, which usually Bonnie will just pass Chica. Bonnie is the most dominant on nights 1 and 2. So, for the beginning, hours 12 through 3, occasionally swipe up to check Foxy, but save as much power as possible. Just keep the camera down, you'll be fine. Round 4, Bonnie can theoretically get to your door. It's about 50-50 between 4 and 5. And if you're lucky, they won't come to your door at all. If you get them at 3 a.m. Alright, so that was a footstep noise. If you want to go back about 10 seconds ago. It's really quiet. Chica's even quieter. I believe that was Bonnie. Yeah, that was Bonnie. Okay, so he's in backstage. He's far away. Backstage is probably the best place for Bonnie to be. I don't know. It might be a tie between dining room and backstage. So then, when he's in dining room, he usually moves to the hall, and in backstage, he usually moves to the dining room, but occasionally goes to the hall. So I'd say my number 1 spot for Bonnie to be besides the stage would be backstage, but throw your opinions on it. Sometimes they do move with muffled footsteps. It's usually not a bad thing, because that usually means that they're far away, but just make sure you listen for footsteps. Common misconception that puddling noise that was just playing is not footsteps, it's just a background noise, but theoretically it could be Foxy, since his feet are shaped differently. I don't know. Okay, so Chica's moving. Usually Chica moves to either the dining room or the restroom, and occasionally the kitchen from the stage. Okay. Oh, okay guys, this is how you don't block Foxy. See, okay, mistake learned here. Alright, here's Bonnie. So, a mistake that I made was I didn't check Foxy frequently enough, and I was focused on Bonnie and Chica and talking to you guys too much. So, once Bonnie approaches the West Hall, every now and then just check on this light, and if he's there, slam the door. Chica shouldn't be a problem on night 1, but sometimes she can reach her office at like 5 a.m. Here's Freddy looking at me. All those are looking at me. So, okay, common misconception. When Bonnie's in the supply closet, he is closer to you than in the hall. He can actually teleport from the supply closet to your door. So that's another newbie misconception that I wanted to uncode. So, if he's in the supply closet, you need to check your door frequently. Chica's in the kitchen. That is the ambiance for Chica being in the kitchen. It will get louder as you hit... okay, he moved back. It'll get louder if you click on the camera. Ooh. Was that... Oh, yeah, he's running on that one. Okay, if he does that, it's no big. If he runs the second time, then it kinda is. The banging noise is just Foxy, nothing special there. But the equation behind Foxy is, first time he drains 1%. The second time he drains 5, which can be game-changing. And then, if he hits you a third time, you're dead. You're pretty much dead. It's 10%, and then from there on, it's 10%. Every time I hear footsteps, I just check both of these. In case. Okay, Bonnie's right there, so he is most likely to move to my door next. It's like 80%, I don't know. Just, there's a small chance that he'll move backwards. I don't know why, but they do. Okay, so there's the footstep noise. Alright, Chica moved back. Yeah. Yep, okay, so that footsteps followed Bonnie going into the door, and it just hit 5 a.m. Wow, Foxy. You're demonstrating how the unlucky movesets can be in night 1. Yeah. There he is. Alright, that's something that you shouldn't do, what I just did. I just have so much power that... Usually, I wouldn't get too cocky with your power after night 1 or 2. But, for lights, turn it on, turn it off, wait a bit, turn it on, turn it off. Because doing this, it may look like you're not using much power, but you're actually using a crap ton of power. And of course, occasionally check your right. Alright, he's in the kitchen. Oh, the camera blinked out. It's probably because Bonnie moved here into the room that we were looking at. Okay, so Chica's at the end of the hall. She's probably not going to hit my door by the end of the night. And that's when physics completely destroys me and they get in and kill me. But, another thing, every freaking piece of power counts. So when you click your lights, turn them off as fast as possible. Saves the maximum amount of power. So it's like bam, bam, boom. Oh, that was a bad example. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, perfect. Each hour is equal to slightly more than a minute for those of you who are newbies to FNaF. I don't know the exact time, I just know it's slightly over a minute. I have yet to time it. Okay, so night 2, not much of a difference. The threats are mainly Bonnie. Chica will sometimes get to your door. It's around 50-50 on this night. She's more active than before. Bonnie's a lot more active. He'll move around 12 or 1, depending on how lucky you are. Foxy is not much more of a threat, but this is where the phone guy mentions him. So if you die to him on night 1 before actually hitting night 2, you wonder what the heck he just died to. But he's actually not that much more active. It's just his cooldown of moving before you check him changes to 40, obviously. Freddy can move on 5 a.m., but that's it. And he doesn't often, as he says that. I'd say 1 in 20 chance. I've only had it happen once to me, but around 20 times I've played Night 2 over and over for nostalgia reasons. Okay, so I'm frequently doing this. You want to stand still for a bit, and then just like check Foxy and light, and you'll be fine for night 2. You can wait a good while before Bonnie can get to him. In fact, you can count the footsteps, but the footstep between the corner hall to your door, I wouldn't count because one of the footsteps you could have missed easily because it could have been muffled. So I'd count like 2 to 3 footsteps before checking anything besides Foxy.
I guess he doesn't like being watched.
I'm gonna explain how Freddy works when we get to
I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, Bonnie and Chica, if you don't already know, you should. I mean, by the time of watching this tutorial, you should know how they work. But if you don't, they appear in your doorways, you get a few seconds. If you take too long, they jam it. And while it's jammed, they're still there, obviously. You didn't close the door in time. And they cannot kill you unless you pull up your camera. So if you're at, like, say 2%, one of them jams your door, Foxy may not be coming. You can just don't pull up your camera and they can't get in. The only thing about that is Foxy's the only one that can kill you without you having to pull up your camera. Okay. Chica is on the move. I do have to monitor that. And I'm gonna relax. Foxy is slightly peaking, but it's no big yet. 1% isn't too much, but it could be that 2 seconds that you need right when the power dies to live between death. Because once the power goes out, if you stay still, it will add more to the timer, or at least give you a higher chance to get more seconds in the timer. So don't just like freak out and move around when the power goes out. You want the maximum amount of time. Just completely go limp. So there's a stage where the power's just out, and then Freddy comes, and his song starts playing, and if you're lucky, it'll last a while. If it lasts a long while, then you have a really good chance of survival. Then it will go out, and you'll have a few seconds before he actually kills you, and during that time, you can also win. So really, the timer's always ticking, even when the power goes out. So don't think that you've lost instantly when the power dies, unless it's at 4 a.m. If it's at 4 a.m., there's no way it's going to get to 5, 6, that never happens. If it's at 5, you have a decent chance of survival. Okay. Waiting for footsteps is not a bad idea. It's just some of the footsteps are super quiet. A lot of people panic when they're in your corner halls and they close the door. Don't do that. I mean, it should be an obvious clue that they have another stage before coming in. But if you close the door, you're wasting way too much power because it can take them forever to get out of those corners. And then sometimes they won't even come to your door, so you can feel like a total waste after that. I just wait and sharply watch that corner or listen for footsteps. Not recommended, but it will work. Because most of the footsteps next to you are super loud. Once you hear them, check the light, close the door fast. The longer you have, if you just stare at them and if you jump when they pop up, then you're probably going to die because your hand came off the mouse. I mean, it's good if you jump and the door's closed because of the stimulus response. But just, if you see them in the corners, I just watch the door closer than the other door. And if they're in both corners, then do what I'm doing right here. Just like that. As soon as possible, you guys can rewind it to see what Bonnie's shadow looks like. It's obvious. It's 2 years, but as soon as possible, you want to open the door back up because the door is draining a crap ton of power if they stay closed. Okay, this is not recommended. It should be almost 4 a.m. by now. But if it just became 3, then I'm probably close. Here comes Fox. Good. Oh, another tip that I found out is that if you look at Foxy as he runs through the hall, he will arrive at your door faster. So if you see the curtain empty, do not switch to the left hall cam unless your door is shut. If it's shut, please switch to the left hall cam, or west hall. Because what it will do is it'll make it where your door will be able to open without dying faster. Okay. But yeah, just some useful tips. Freddy's probably the most confusing of the animatronics, though. That most people don't understand until it's too late. Or they get lucky and they don't have to interfere with him because he's super slow. Okay, so they're on both sides, so I'm just going to repeat the tactic that I explained earlier. Really, I don't know why I'm checking Freddy, just because it's habit. But you don't have to on this night. Okay, it sounds like Chica moved back. Yeah. See, there's a shadow right there. And if you miss Chica when she's in the light, there's literally no excuse. It's so obvious. See? How do you miss that? Okay, Foxy wants to attack again. Dang. I might run out of power if he does that. So I'm gonna, if you see him on that stage, frequently check him more. Because 1, you can slow him down more, obviously. 2, if he is out of his cove, you will know before he kills you. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, just hallucinations. Don't be afraid it's not a jump scare. Just don't look in the west hall corner if Bonnie's not there, because there's a really high chance that Golden Freddy will be there while that's happening. And unless you're going for that Easter egg, don't do it. You can watch a different video on getting the Golden Freddy Easter egg. I'm not going to go through that in this video, but it's very straightforward. You don't even have to check for them. I just do sometimes. It's nice to know what I have to focus my energy on. It just does take a bit more power. Chica really likes to camp her doors on this night because, well, number 1, she's super slow. Number 2, she's Chica. She relatively stays there longer than Bonnie does. I don't know why, but she's looking in. Bonnie can't really see in. Okay, so they're on both doors. This is a really good time to just do nothing. It should be fine. Yeah. And then around here you can just do nothing. And pray that Foxy doesn't just burst in. See, there we go. The power didn't even die. 0%. But okay, night 3. This is where it gets tough. Okay, so the threats are going to be mainly Chica and Foxy. Bonnie as a side threat, and Freddy as a side threat. Chica will be a lot more active and fast for once in this night, and she'll most likely move at 12. and then frequently run to your door until around 3 a.m. Foxy is also active with Chica, and he usually starts moving around 1, but he can move at 12 too. 2 to 3, Bonnie and Freddy start moving, if you aren't using this tactic. Bonnie will move regardless, obviously. So my tactic is you check Foxy and then Freddy from there on, because Freddy cannot move if you leave the camera on him and you still check somewhat frequently. If you leave the camera on him and you never check, it'll work just like Foxy. He's way more sensitive than Foxy, and he's really easy to block. But if you don't want to use this tactic and you just want to check Parrot Cove to save energy, then here's how Freddy's moveset works. First, he'll go from Associate's dining room, restrooms, kitchen, east hall, east corner hall, and then your room. But he is very difficult to see, so you can just count when he laughs. You probably here. I'll let you guys hear that in a sec. When he does move, I'll let him move once. But when he laughs, that is a signal that he moved 1 room closer to you. And as he goes through here, his song will play in the kitchen, so don't get him confused for Chica. He does not play with pans like an immature child. I'm using a lot of power. Okay, Foxy's activated now. Okay, there's crying children. Alright, so Freddy's moveset, basically he'll move, you'll see 2 glowing eyes in the back. Unless he's here, you'll see him there, and then you'll freak out, because that usually means you're dead. So, what he'll do is he'll come to the east hall, and when he does that, get ready to close this door every time you check your camera. Like, the next moveset he makes to the east corner hall, and if you check your camera and your door is not shut, he will come in. But, something to make note of, Freddy cannot come in your room if, 1, you are looking this way, or 2, you have the door shut while you're checking the camera. If you look this way, of course, he'll kill you if he's in your room. But if you just stare this way, you can't. I thought that's kind of interesting. But a lot of butts. Once he gets here, he'll stay there, and you won't have to use this tactic if he's over here. But you have to instantly start doing it if he's here, or he'll come in. And then he'll move back and then forth, and he won't leave these 2 rooms. But his jump scare is probably the most terrifying. I mean, not his power outage, it's probably the least terrifying, but his door jump scare is probably the most terrifying. If I get that one, you'll see it. Chica's right there. Right now is when Bonnie and Freddy should start moving. Either now or 3. Okay, she moved far back. We're good. We're all good. I want to let Freddy move once so you can hear what the laugh sounds like. If you don't already know, I mean, some of you might know. The game's been out for only over 3 years. 3.5 years. Okay, so I need to be ready for Chica to pop up. Okay. Now I'm gonna save a bit of power. It's important on the later nights to, every time you put down your camera, stay in here a bit, just to gain that small edge. Because if you just camp your camera, so you do this, you freak out, you're just like, I'm saving power, and you're gonna die. If you stare too long, obviously, Freddy or Foxy will move on you. But I want to let Freddy move, just so you can hear the laugh. Ooh, okay. So, Chica's denied to come to my door. Okay, that was almost too long. So, yeah, Foxy becomes a real threat on this night. Freddy isn't a huge threat until 4 or 5, heck. Usually doesn't make it too early. Freddy's more that commonly missed character that actually had a nice mechanic, but was rarely ever presented. Most people miss him on the cameras, and they're spending the whole night looking for them. So just keep aware that. See, and took too long talking. He appears right here in the dining room, women's restroom. Song plays. He appears back here. It should be kind of... Oh, hear that? That was Freddy's lap. He should be right there, but Bonnie's in the way. For some reason, if there's one dominant animatronic in this room, then it will cover up the rest, even if it's not technically covering up the rest. Chica is the most dominant there, then Bonnie, then Freddy. See, Chica just replaced Bonnie. Yeah, this was before multiple animatronics in the same room were invented, so... Chica is the most dominant, I know that. Then, no, Foxy is. Foxy is more dominant than Bonnie, obviously, because when you see him running, you'll know. See, okay, there's Freddy's eyes, right there. That's what he looks like in the dining room. So I'm gonna need to keep my camera on him, so he can't move. Because he has a real problem once he gets to your hallway. He's really annoying and easy to forget, and you hear his laugh, you die because he's throwing the camera. Ooh. Okay, so check the corners. Golden Freddy is a threat on this night. Why did I change the stage? Because he can appear towards the middle of the night, which gets a lot of people off guard. There's Bonnie. Usually when Bonnie hits, you want Foxy to run, but no, don't listen to that tactic. Making Foxy combo with another character just brings him closer to draining your power again. You want to knock him to where he can only do no power drainage or the only 1%. If he drains 5%, you have a really high chance of losing. Then again, you didn't spend the camera power to check him, so really it's a gamble. But then when he takes 10, you're screwed. Yeah, some people think you can win the game by just simply closing the left door. First of all, having the left door closed will drain your power to a point of where it'll go out and you'll die most of the time. Second of all, every time Foxy runs, he'll drain 10% after the 5% load, which will kill you in about a few hours. There he goes. One bang. A funny thing is, you can interrupt the sound with the camera going out. So, usually it's 3 bangs, but... Okay, oh, okay, Freddy's in the restroom. Well, now you can see what he looks like in the restroom. Women's restroom. Didn't lie at all. Okay, Golden Freddy's going crazy right now. Okay, so yeah, Chica's dominant in there, so Freddy's not gonna show up. Don't be worried. I mean, you've already seen this, but don't be worried if Foxy's in this stage when he goes back. He rarely ever has the curtain closed again. Once he's gone after you once. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Fourth night. Okay, threats, everything. Bonnie and Chica will both be super fast on this night, and will start to glitch out, so that's also an audio bonus, is if you hear, gibberish, it's either Bonnie or Chica or both of them in the left or right side. I believe if you have surround sound, you can't hear it, well, I mean, you can hear it, but you can't hear which direction it's coming from. If you have stereo, you can barely hear which direction it's coming from. Looking for them is almost hopeless on this night. But, you can get a few shots. Freddy's a real threat on this night, because he has a really high chance to move a lot more if you don't check him. Foxy is a really huge threat on here. If you don't check him early on, he'll come after you within, I don't know, say you don't do anything for 8%, he can still kill you. So I take pauses in between my actions so I can save a bit of power. It's also a gamble, but you need to take gambles in this game to win. Though this is a relatively simplistic FNaF game, unlike the others. I can hear the gibberish for a second. Yep, see they're glitching out, etc. But it can be confusing to know which one. I think I have stereo on or something. I don't even know. This game doesn't use the direction as much as the other games in the series. But that's most definitely Bonnie. Yeah. Freddy's getting pretty mad over there. Okay, Golden Freddy's not usually active on this night, but he can still kill. Okay, yeah, they're both there. Alright. So now it's panic mode. You don't want to throw up the camera if they're in your door, because there's a really high chance of them to just attack you. So that's why I'm frequently checking both, and I want to get in between them as fast as possible. That way they don't have much time to go in between there, and if I hear footsteps, I'll check the other light instantly. Oh, one of them moved back. It's usually Chica. Yep. Doing a really good job of keeping Foxy out. This is an okay run. Definitely. There's none of them gone to my door yet. Oh, one of them might have. There's both there. Oh, okay. Okay. Definitely. Okay, Bonnie can still kill me right now. That's another minus. They don't glitch out when they're in the supply closet, obviously, so Bonnie has the power of teleportation on this side. And you won't know that he's coming on these nights if he's in the supply closet. So I just frequently take a peek over there. Foxy being on the stage at 3 AM is golden. This is a really solid run, as I said. Perfect. Bonnie just went out and went back in. Oh gosh. Out of the hallway. I get really energetic when I play these games. I mean, you can tell, but okay. I need to save some. I need to save. It's not helping. Insert duck song here. Okay, this is an okay stance, but it's about to be 4. Saving power in this game is relatively much easier than the second game's battery power, or the third game's camera system error, or the fourth game is never a source of power. The fifth game's power is probably the hardest to save, because there's so much going on, you gotta concentrate on everything. But we're talking about the first game right now. Okay, so this is something that I'm talking about when you're unlucky. Okay, thank God. Alright, so now I really gotta save, because guys, it became 4 a.m. at 30%. That is not good. Oh. Glad I saw that. Cut off. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, this is not good. Check Foxy's as possible. Freddy hasn't moved, though. That's gold. Alright. You want it to be 4 a.m. around 40 to 35, and if you can, 45, but that's very difficult to do. Though, then again, I have time when the power goes out. So now I want it to become 5 around 16 or 17, therefore, when the power goes out, I have no time. Foxy shouldn't be a problem anymore, so I don't have to check my cameras much. Cameras, yeah. I don't have to check my cameras much. My cameras. And Freddy can't get to me that fast. Even at 4 a.m. Halfway through 4 a.m. on night 4, he can't get to your room. I mean, I don't think he can. Never experimented with it. Okay, there's no way Freddy can get to my room now. And Foxy can still get to my room if I don't check him enough. But I'm okay with him going on any other stage. It's not effective to the power until he gets to the door. So really, this is the time. Oh god. That was really close, guys. Don't panic like that. What I just did was a terrible example. Oh, Foxy's coming after me. That was absolutely horrible. I'm surprised I did not die there. Usually on night 4 that would kill. That's not nice. This is about average for a night 4. Without the screw-ups. But the only advantage of being on later nights is that when they come to your doors, they'll leave faster and then come back faster. Which, it just balances out. I can't guarantee that they'll leave faster, but I'll guarantee that they have a higher chance of leaving faster. I'm gonna grade it a bit. Okay. Now we cross our fingers. Okay. Alright. Night 5, the thought to be final night, but it wasn't after the 6th night was shown on the screen. This night is very, very similar to night 4. Just more adrenaline, you gotta be a bit faster, all the cooldowns are slightly reduced, and, Freddy is a lot more aggro on this night. Okay, it's 50-50 between Chica or Bonnie leaving. The gurgle's about to come on the phone, which can throw some people off. It's pretty much pointless to check the other cameras on this. I just do. Oh, shoot, I let Freddy move. Okay, that was bad, that was bad. He's in the dining room. I have no idea they could have 3. Okay, Bonnie's not. Bonnie's getting close. And Chica's probably... Okay, no, Chica's in the kitchen. We're fine. Okay, once Freddy goes into the kitchen, he starts to become a noticeable problem. But, you know, anywhere else but there. Restroom, dining room, stage. You shouldn't have to worry about him too much. I just check on him so he can't get to the kitchen. Okay, I can hear one of them. Okay, whatever's there, just decide. Yeah, guys, it's not worth checking the corners often on night 5, because by the time you check the corners, they can either be in your room, or move from the corner to your room, or move backwards. Which is what kind of spooks me out, is the fact that they could be sitting in my room. And you could hear moaning sounds while on the camera, if either Bonnie or Chica is in your room. Freddy, he'll hide in your room until you look this way, and then sometimes he won't kill you instantly, and it'll be surprised when he comes in because you can have the door closed and he'll pop in because he's stuck in your room. Freaking pulls your head this way and kills you once you look this way. I don't know. Probably breaks your neck. But yeah, I hope you found this useful for some tips. Okay, close it as soon as possible on nights 5 and 6. Or all nights, but 5 and 6 particularly. Because when they say you only have a few seconds to react, they mean like 2 or 3. I don't know the exact seconds for the door to close, but I know it's not much. But this is basically the tutorial on how to get the first and second stars, which are achieved from getting nights 1 through 5, the first paycheck, and the overtime 50 cents. So that's night 6. Okay, seems pretty inactive, so that's not a good sign, because it usually means they're going to come on both sides or something funky like that. Did Foxy just blink out the camera? It's not even been back. I was about to say, Foxy shouldn't be able to blink out the camera, because that would mean you would be checking it. Oh, my dog's up. Okay, hear them getting closer. That sounded closer. But this tutorial is ideal for those people who... I mean, by now you've probably all played FNaF. It's just half of you have played it on the mobile. Which I'd say is about a third or a fourth as scary as the actual PC with headphones. And is much easier. So, this is for those of you who are... Oh, gosh. Switching back. That's a mistake. Don't make that. Don't accidentally hit the door. This is for all those people who are switching from mobile to PC, or if you've been living under a rock for the last 3.5 years, and this is for you. That was really salty. Ah, okay, when they're on both sides, don't panic. You don't want to get to the red usage like I am right now. You want to wait, because one of them will usually go away fast, and the other one will stay up. Okay, Chica's already there. Oh, okay, there we go. I am going really bad on this power, but then again, I still have a really long time before he can kill you in the power outage. On 4 AM. I don't know if it just became 3, I wasn't paying any attention. It just became 3 in school. Then again, I'm doing really good with Foxy and Freddy on this. Bonnie's just now moving. Okay, so now I'm going to let my dog out in a sec. Or he's just gonna scratch the ground. I'm gonna pray that he just made a really weird noise. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. Okay, so now I am going to... Hold on. There's one second. I hope none of my family comes in. I told them I'm recording. Sometimes they have short-term memory stories. Or something like that. But, hey, John, get out. Sorry about that. back to the game. Holy crap, this is bad. Okay, come on, where's 5? 5 a.m. 5 a.m. 5 a.m.'s gotta happen now. Oh, Foxy's hitting XD. That dumb song thing just came on. Doesn't mean anything. It's just Foxy. Ambiance. Doesn't mean he's moving at all. He just happens to remember it. It's like the equivalent to the circus music that sometimes plays. This is bad. This is bad. Alright, 5 clutch. You could always run the risk of not checking your lights and throwing up your camera just to block Foxy one last time. But then you run the risk of dying. Okay, I'm risking it. Oh, there's 30 moving again. That happens sometimes when the power goes out. It's gonna be close if we do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, night 5. I'm surprised that didn't jump me at all. Just a loud sigh. Okay, let's give it another go. Okay, full focus this time. Maybe we can just beat it with the power on. If I lose to a knight twice in a row, it's super embarrassing. I think it would be cheap. It's actually very convenient if you can get Freddy to the dining room. It's super easy to switch between these two. Just a mild... sorry about that. A mild power saver. Ah! Struggling with everyday objects. Oh, note, I have my audio mic turned up louder than the sound on the desktop, so rewatching the sounds to hear what they sound like might be a pain, because you might have to turn up your own volume. If you only have it to where you can barely hear me, you can probably almost not hear the sounds, because I have them at 66.6 repeating 2/3 of my value, so, or around that number. I mean, I picked around 2/3 of my own voice would be desktop. You are blessed when Chica goes into the kitchen, because then you'll have to check one of these. Because Chica cannot go from the kitchen to your room, it's scientifically proven. Good, safe time. Okay, this is really ideal. 32's it's okay. 32's okay for 4. You just gotta be somewhat sensitive for the 2 hours. Okay, now we just lost the percent. But the chances of him coming back at twice are low if we check. Bonnie's slightly more aggro than Chica, if I haven't already said this, and he'll come in your room a bit faster. So if you were to prioritize, Bonnie would be the first one to check. But on the negative side, Freddy also comes from the same door Chica does, but Foxy comes from the door Bonnie does. Both of them are not affected by the light, Foxy and Freddy. Freddy, you need to look on the cameras or listen for his laughs, and not miss a single one to know exactly where he is to pinpoint him, or you'd have to check, obviously. Or just look at him every freaking second so he can't move at all. Foxy, check him. You'll know if he's moving if you look in the west hall and he's running down. And that's pretty much a 2-second indicator before... Oh gosh. That kind of made me flinch. For some reason, hallucinations get me on the jump scares too. Probably because you don't see them coming. The jump scares you can usually predict in this game. Unless you just completely miss one of the doors and then something comes from it. Or something just happens to go right after you check the light and you don't check it again. Okay. For a second, I thought I was gonna die again. Yeah, that's the unlucky part of Freddy's phone. $120, Mike Schmidt. I only died once. I'm a valued employee. That has been entertainment. 1112XX. So we don't know if it's an 83, 87. or a strange date that they've turned into FNaF. Alright, guys. I've already beaten Night 6, but I can go over it real quick, which is why I am here. Night 6, what it is it's night. I don't really like to compare it to Night 5 because it's almost nothing like it. Well, the same strategy will work. It's just the amount of awareness you need a lot more. Bonnie and Chica jam your doors almost a second faster, which it may not seem like a lot of time, but when you're going by a stimulus response, it's obviously going to be really fast. 2-3 seconds at max. Foxy is extremely active on Night 6, needless to say. So you'll need to check him a lot without using too much power, so frequent camera swipes are great, but also check your doors so nothing can pop in while you're doing that. Freddy, keep your camera on him and you'll be fine. He does have a slightly shortened cooldown, but Freddy's much like he behaves in Night 5. So they move almost instantly on this night, so you're about to see them move. And checking them obviously does add to their cooldown, but see. See, they're already outside my door. They're a lot faster, and they come in way faster. It took me like 4 shots to beat this. I'm gonna try. Basically what I need from Night 5. They do leave faster too, so let's hope I can beat it in one shot. Ends up taking like an hour. I'm using too much power. Oh, I'm using way too much power. Come on, get out of here. Check, check, check. Okay, they're close. One of them is. I've been sitting here for a really long time. I don't know how long because I'm not looking at the time yet. See, Foxy moved in that small margin of time that I spent checking. So, if he runs a second time, you're screwed on this night because you're using so much power to check him. See about... this is gonna... Sometimes I've been thinking, can I just get lucky with Freddy not coming to me all the way over to here in time? Well, the answer is yes, but it rarely ever happens. And I've never tried it, I've just seen people do it. For all I know, they have added in buffs to Freddy from the FNaF nerfing and buffing. There's a list. It just ends within like 2 weeks of being released. And he runs a lot faster, I didn't mention that. Obviously not in the animation, but he can reach your office a lot faster. Alright, that's 1, and it's already 1 AM. I mean, it's only 1 AM. Oh, I did not leave it on Pirate Cove, but I guess... Breathe. Panic. That might have been there the entire time. Sounds like they're both right outside. save a lot more. Okay, story finally. 45 is like the bare minimum of when it should be for the bare maximum, obviously. Foxy shouldn't be too much of a problem as long as I keep a few checks on it. I want to expand my power supply as long as possible, but to where I use enough to stay alive. That's basically the goal of this entire game in a nutshell. You gotta move fast, move fast, move fast. She goes about to kill you. Oh, this is a horrible turn with us. Okay, at least she moved. She's back. I like they're both outside. They're not yet a bit further. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Oh no. Foxy moved 2 stages. This is really, really not good. Come on, at least become 5 at sometime before 10 or something. 15 is ideal, but that's fine. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I am dead. I am dead. I am dead. Very, very, very dead. Very, so very dead. I am so dead. Alright, so if this happens, the one way to prevent this is to completely gamble by checking Foxy and then throwing this down and waiting. Praying would help. I think, yeah. Okay, I'm dead. Just stay average. And then I don't get. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna try this again. If I lose again, then I'll be pretty triggered, but we got this. My dog is mostly moved out of my room. Yeah, he had an anxiety of being in this room for too long. Okay, Foxy, problem. There is the exact reason why I said Foxy shouldn't come a second time. It's because he drains 5 full percent. You know how much it's like the amount of extra that you want from 12 to 1, which is the most peaceful part of the night. I think that's slightly more. focusing. I am on all focus mode right now. This is okay. It's better than last time. Ideal percent for Nexus is like 93 at 1, 66 at 2, 39 to 40 at 3, around 16, 17, 18 at 5, and then should be able to save quite a bit. Oh shoot, Foxy's about to go. Save enough to where when the power goes out, you will have enough time to win. If you win Night 6 with the power on, you are a legend. I don't know if I did that one of the times I did. I totally forgot. But usually I rely on the power going out for a few seconds, but usually after that I can. Did I really only spend 14? Wow. That was amazing. I kept Foxy in the same stage the entire round. It's perfect. About 14% hours, like the dream. 16 is the average for success. Oh shoot, my mouse didn't register for that. I was gonna die. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not what you're supposed to do, is make your mouse break or something. I haven't clicked this a million times. Quality assurance. Surely that was my own screw up. I mean, I must have been off. I don't know. See, the footsteps are pretty much rapid at 4 a.m. this is yeah. If I die, I'm gonna cry from everyone. Fox has been at the stance for 3 hours? Wow. It's really good for 6. It's like amazingly good. This is my night right here. Whoever did 5 and he's still there. I'm gonna be over. This is we're comboing him with a door. 1 hit. And then it goes back. Okay, this is golden. As long as I can maintain the actual gameplay objectives of not dying to Bonnie or Chica and paying attention to Foxy, I'll be fine. Freddy just doesn't have time to shine because we've got the spotlight on him for night 5 and 6 the entire time. My elbow's only starting. I'm not gonna give 2020 a try because I'll save that for another video. Technically 2 stars is really good for a walkthrough, and then we'll come back and do the hardest parts in a different video. Oh, okay, this is a lot of research. But I still got this. Four is supposed to be the hardest hour, just because the most tension happens and the power doesn't go halfway through this hour. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, night 6 complete. A few seconds after the power completely predicted. I get 50 cents, guys. I'm the employee of the month now. I'm not a valued employee, I'm the employee of the month, and the only employee left. I mean, night shift. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. It was basically just a full playthrough, and I think we've passed an hour. I'm not sure though, or 2. I'll have to replay the footage. But if you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. Just hit that 100 already. It's taking way too long to hit the 100 mark. Just 10 likes, that'll be okay for this video. And I don't care views wise. Just share the channel. That's all I need right now. If you found this useful, please comment. If you didn't find it useful, comment how it was not useful and what I should do next. Or just, if you don't care, comment what I should do next. Or if you don't care at all, don't comment. I'll see you next time. Bye. Person. Sons.